Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, otherwise known as a leaf blower or a LeFH2 tank drivers, known to us as Fifi La Pew Pew. And this one's on the north spawn of Tundra, under the command of laughinkitti. Okay, game started. Charby 1 hull with a 105mm light field howitzer on top. And it's capable of 410 alpha. As you can see, that laughinkitti has actually loaded 34 rounds of standard HE and 8 rounds of AP. Yes, this is one of the few Artys that can carry AP rounds. And he's aiming right for the gap near the crossing on the railway, on the bridge. Now that's normally where somebody will turn up to do some spotting across the bridge, but up on top of the hill we see an MT25 manage to get up there very quickly. Oh, T3485M making for the western pass. I think that shot may have been a bit wild. He wasn't fully dialed in, and when he did fire, well, he wasn't fully directly on the spot, but he is dialed in on that Jackson. Oh, and it just falls to one side. Now Jackson's very lightly armoured. Rounds out. Direct hit. 116. If it went into the cockpit, it might have been a kill shot. Aiming now for the KV-1. Direct hit again. 53 hit points. The one great thing about the Fifi is that it dials in as fast as it reloads, so you can dial in on the target quite quickly. And he's now going to aim for the hill. And from this position, this angle, it's very difficult to get shots on the enemy tanks that are on the hill. You can't get that MT25 unless he backs up. He fires around in. Oh my god! So good! That shell went right into the back of the MT25 and blew him up immediately. Must have been a penetrating shot. Just hit the T-34, forced him to pull back. That's going to allow our guys to move up the hill. And he's got another hit. 99 hit points, and he's tracked him. So he burned his repair kit to move out of there. We fired another last round in and pulled away. Okay, on the other side of the battlefield, we've now seen a T-3485 and a KV-1S. They've made it through the Western Pass, and unfortunately, our teammates in the Hummel and the AMX-13AM are the next in line to get killed. And laughinkitti's decided to back up, and it's probably a good idea. In fact, actually, that AMX-13 ought to get on his get his tracks moving and run as fast as he can, because, yep, there's a heavy tank coming through that pass, and the Hummel is just oblivious to what's going on. laughinkitti's on ball, and he fires around in. Unfortunately, the Hummel is going to die. There's no doubt about that. Unless he moves, he is in a terminal place. laughinkitti gets a hit, but the Hummel has had to turn round, and the enemy Arty will probably be on him in a sec. Well, laughinkitti gets another hit, but here comes the enemy. Yep, they're circling the Hummel, and the T-3485 is bound to get him. He's killed. KV-1S, he's a one-shot now. Loaded, rounds out, kills him. Okay, T-3485 was wiped out by our Wizzy 131 GFT, and because laughinkitti was in the bushes at the time, they didn't spot where he was, so enemy Arty is not going to be focusing on him. Oh, they tried. Maybe they did see him. Well, there's a KV-1 up ahead of him. And that Jackson again. He's dialing in. He fired a snapshot at Jackson again. Didn't work. Best to let it dial in before you shoot. If you try snapshot, sometimes it will be just a waste of ammo. And you don't get a huge amount of ammo in the Fifi. Only 42 rounds to play with. Fires a snapshot at the T67 again. It's a wasted shot. You need to let it fully dial in. He fires one in, but unfortunately T67's unsighted. Right, we've got two tanks up on top of the hill we can hit. A VK3001P. Good shot. 63 hit points. It's tracked him. He's switched to the T-34 because he is a one-shot. Rounds out and he's gone. Nice shot. That's his third kill. Going for the VK. Fires the round in. Oh, hits the rock face. Unfortunately, well, the enemy Arty's been spotted in the south. He's still focusing on these tanks up here. Goes for the T-67. Gets a kill. That's his fourth kill. There's a Hellcat up there now. Facing our T-43 or A-43. No, P-43. And we've just taken out the Hellcat. Now going back for that VK3001P. We fire around and get another hit. 111 this time. So 5 kills now for laughinkitti. But it's 2 vehicles versus 3. That's what's left. Everyone else has been wiped out. The enemy Gorilla has been spotted in the south. And the Wizzy 131 is going for him. We fire around in and take him out. That's the Top Gun. So it's 2 versus 2 now. And the enemy Fifi's been spotted. And unfortunately, he's probably aiming for our Wizzy 131G. Here we go. And he kills the 131. And we get a big hit on him. Remember, we reload as fast as we can aim. Rounds out. This should be a kill shot. It is! So that's 7 kills. He's 1 short of getting a Radley Waters, and it's 1-on-1. Him versus the VK3001P. And if we last saw him, he didn't have many hit points because he'd been hit repeatedly by laughinkitti. And it's for certain he does know where laughinkitti is, because obviously he knew where those shots were coming from, and he's bound to be coming in this direction. Now the thing is, he's only got 6 rounds of HE, 8 rounds of AP. Now I'd be inclined to load the AP right now, because the AP rounds, although you need a direct hit, they will do 350 hit points of damage and penetrate 64 millimeters of armor, whereas the HE will only penetrate 53 millimeters of armor, but does 410 hit points of damage. The HE would only need a near miss to do some damage to the VK, but the VK, well, he's probably got enough hit points to get at least 2 shots into laughinkitti, and if he does get 2 shots in, laughinkitti will probably be dead because he's only got 260 hit points altogether. So it all depends on which direction that VK is going to come from. laughinkitti's expecting him to come around that corner. Here he comes. Oh, he's stopped on top. So he gets 1 shot in and pulls back. And we're down to 39 hit points and lost our driver. Just 1 shot is all it would take to kill that VK. He's still loaded the HE. He's trying to get the gun to lay on it. No! He's fired, and that gives a free shot to the VK. And it's all over. So close to getting a Radley Waters. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was the first class tank for laughinkitti in the 105 leFH18B2, the Fifi La Pew Pew. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15 in that one, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He got 7 in total, and he would have got a Radley Waters if he had got that kill on the VK. Unfortunately, it didn't come off. His win rate for the game was 4,753, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, there you go. He didn't get the highest damage either. The highest damage went to that VK, who managed to get 1,967 hit points of damage, picked up the high caliber, whereas laughinkitti got the Top Gun and picked up 1,651 hit points. When it came to kills, it was laughinkitti. He had 7 kills to the VK's 3. And when it came to base XP, it was the VK with 890. Then it was laughinkitti with 553, and then the Wolverine on the enemy team with 551. He fired 29 rounds, all of it HE, got 17 direct hits, 2 penetration, 17 splash. Damage of 1,651 hit points, of which 1,307 were up more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, both were penetrations, I'm afraid, both from the VK, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage as well. That was from the enemy Arty, trying to get him towards the end after he'd been shooting at that KV-1. Didn't do any damage though. And he also damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 7. On a premium count, he earned 32,780 credits for that game. And he got the Courageous Resistance Award because he got an epic medal of the Top Gun. So 6,075 for that. Total came to 38,855, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 34,097 credits. He picked up 1 bond for getting the Top Gun, and 829 XP, 483 for the Courageous Resistance, 223 for completing the mission and events, and 525 because this is a premium vehicle which earns extra XP, trains your crews faster. So he ended up with 2,060 experience points for the battle overall. Such a disappointing end, unfortunately, that he didn't get it. I think that VK did the right thing actually to move up so he was high. Obviously he wasn't going to be where exactly where Laughing Kitty was expecting him to appear. Laughing Kitty was pre-aimed on that spot and looking only at that spot, and then when the VK appeared above that spot he had to readjust his aim, and unfortunately the VK had just enough time to get 1 shot in, and then he just needed to pull back and reload, and Laughing Kitty was sort of like left with having to line up again for another shot, not knowing exactly where it was going to come from. Yeah, I'm afraid the VK had the advantage there and he played it and it worked. But good luck next time, and I'm sure that you will do better and get that Radley Waters. If you enjoyed that replay, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.